Have you ever wished learning English could feel less like studying and more like living? Imagine improving your vocabulary, mastering pronunciation, and understanding real conversations just by listening to the music you already love. Sounds like a dream, right? But it's not. Music is one of the most powerful tools for language learning. It's fun, emotional, and full of real English, spoken the way people actually talk. And in this video, you'll discover exactly how to turn your favorite songs into your personal English teacher. From boosting your listening skills to unlocking expressions you won't find in textbooks, you'll learn fast, naturally, and with joy. So, if this content makes sense to you, like this video, because that tells YouTube what works for you and helps it recommend more content that will truly improve your English. Now let's turn up the volume and dive into why music works so well for learning English. Welcome to Stories to Learn English, the channel where your English gets better every day. Hit subscribe and let's get started. Learning a language can feel overwhelming. Grammar rules, long vocabulary lists, endless pronunciation drills. But music changes everything. When you listen to a song, you're not just hearing words, you're feeling them. The rhythm, the melody, the emotion, they all work together to help the language stick. That's because music activates multiple areas of your brain. It's not just about memory, it's about emotion, attention, and repetition. Songs often repeat words and phrases, which helps you absorb vocabulary naturally without even realizing it. You sing along and suddenly you remember that phrasal verb. You hum the melody, and that tricky pronunciation just clicks. Music also teaches you how English sounds in the real world. The pauses, the contractions, the stress on certain words, it's all there. It's not textbook English. It's living, breathing, emotional English. And when you connect emotionally with a song, your brain creates stronger memory pathways. That's why lyrics from years ago stay in your head, while yesterday's grammar lesson disappears in minutes. So instead of forcing yourself to memorize dry lists, what if you could learn through joy, through stories told in melodies? That's not only more effective, it's sustainable. Because when learning feels good, you want to keep going. And that's the secret: consistency fueled by enjoyment. And music? Music gives you both. Let's keep that energy flowing and explore how to choose the best songs to learn from, the ones that will truly make your English sing. Not every song is created equal when it comes to learning English. Some tracks are packed with slang or poetic metaphors that can confuse even native speakers. Others are so fast that you'd need subtitles just to catch a single word. That's why choosing the right songs is the first real step toward learning through music. Start with what you love. When you enjoy the song, you'll listen to it more often, and repetition is the key to learning. Pick tracks you already know or enjoy singing along to. This emotional connection makes your brain more receptive to new vocabulary and patterns. But also, be strategic. Look for songs with clear lyrics and a steady rhythm. Pop ballads, acoustic hits, or even country songs often use simple grammar and everyday vocabulary. They're great for beginners or anyone who wants to strengthen their foundation. Songs like Perfect by Ed Sheeran or Count on Me by Bruno Mars are fantastic examples. They use common expressions, are easy to follow, and feel like a conversation. These are the kinds of songs that help you internalize sentence structures without thinking about rules. Also, don't limit yourself to one genre. Exploring different styles like soft rock, R&B, or even musical theater can expose you to a richer variety of expressions, accents, and emotions. The more variety, the more flexible your English becomes. So go ahead. Build your English playlist with intention because the right songs don't just entertain you, they teach you. And once you have your playlist, the next step is learning how to break those lyrics down and unlock the real English hiding inside them. Once you've picked the right song, it's time to dig into the lyrics. And this is where the magic happens. A simple verse can teach you more than an entire grammar lesson if you know how to look. Start by listening without reading. Let the rhythm guide you. What words stand out? What emotions do you feel? Then read the lyrics line by line. You're not just translating, you're discovering. Let's take an example. You say you love me, but you don't know what love is. This short line teaches so much. Present simple tense. You say. Contraction. Don't. Conditional emotion. But you don't know. These are real life structures used in everyday conversations, and you're learning them without stress. Now focus on vocabulary. Highlight new words or expressions. In I'm holding on for dear life, the phrase for dear life means to cling tightly, to not let go. It's not something you'll find in a beginner's textbook, but it's incredibly common in spoken English. Pronunciation comes next. Sing along slowly, then match your rhythm to the artists. Notice how some words are blended. I'm gonna instead of I am going to. These reductions are key to sounding natural. Use repetition, loop the chorus, pause and repeat phrases until they flow naturally. This is how fluency is built, through familiarity and muscle memory, not memorization. And finally, connect emotionally. Think about what the lyrics mean to you. Language sticks when it matters to your heart. If a line makes you feel something, it will stay with you far longer than a flashcard ever could. Music allows you to learn by feeling, not just by thinking. And when you feel the language, you begin to live it. So now that you know how to learn from the lyrics, let's turn this into action. Because real learning happens when you interact with what you've discovered. Learning from music doesn't end with just listening. To truly make progress, you need to turn that passive experience into something active, something personal. That's where interactive activities come in. Start simple. After listening to a song a few times, create a mini quiz for yourself. Write down 10 words from the lyrics. Can you explain their meaning in your own words? Can you use them in a sentence? This turns passive vocabulary into active knowledge. Next, try filling in the blanks. Take the lyrics, remove a few key words, and challenge yourself to complete them by ear. It's fun and it pushes your listening skills to a whole new level. You start catching details like prepositions, contractions, and pronunciation nuances that you might miss otherwise. Want to get even more creative? Write your own verse using the same grammatical structure or vocabulary. If the song says, I'll be there when you need me, you could write, I'll stay strong when you feel weak. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be yours. And if you're feeling bold, record yourself singing or reading the lyrics out loud. Compare your pronunciation with the original. Celebrate the parts that sound good and notice where you can improve. Growth comes from awareness. Finally, connect with others. Share your favorite lyric in the comments. Ask questions, join communities, and find people who are also learning through music. Language grows faster when it's shared. Remember, songs are just the beginning. The more you interact with them, the deeper your English goes. And once you've made music part of your daily learning, something incredible happens. Learning English through music isn't just fun, it's scientifically powerful. When you hear a melody, your brain lights up in ways that traditional studying can't replicate. Music engages memory, emotion, rhythm, and language all at once. That's a full brain workout without the stress. Think about it. How many times have you remembered a song lyric from years ago without trying? That's the power of repetition mixed with emotion. And when those lyrics are in English, you're not just singing, you're learning, absorbing, and remembering naturally. Music also helps reduce fear. Many learners feel shy or insecure when speaking, but when you sing along to a song, there's no pressure. No one is judging. It's just you and the rhythm. And with every verse, your confidence grows. Even better, music teaches you how English sounds in real life. The pauses, the flow, the emotional tones that bring meaning to words. These aren't things you find in grammar books, they're felt, not studied. And perhaps the greatest benefit? It makes learning sustainable. When something feels good, you keep doing it. That's why people who learn with music tend to stay consistent. And consistency is the real secret to fluency. Now that you know the benefits, it's time to wrap it all together and leave you with a message that'll stay with you, just like your favorite song. So now you know, music isn't just background noise, it's a bridge to fluency. By choosing the right songs, breaking down the lyrics, and actively engaging with what you hear, you're not just learning English, you're living it. Every lyric becomes a lesson, every chorus a chance to grow, and every time you press play, you're one step closer to confidence and connection. So keep singing, keep listening, keep learning. And if this story helped you, give this video a like because that tells YouTube to recommend more content that works for you and helps improve your English every single day. Drop a comment with the English word or phrase you learned today. Let's build this community of music lovers learning together, one song at a time. And don't forget to subscribe so your English journey never skips a beat.